they were fucking guarding. That's like fucking guarding Jefferson with Nick. Like,
Welcome to your post hoop session podcast. I'm your host BK here with Kevin, super Spurs fan. Here talking Houston Rockets basketball.
you want to talk Spurs? I got about 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes.
They're just back amazing.
You want to talk?
And that's kind of pissing me off. The Spurs are back amazing. You go, David Robinson. Yo, Lo. This is what I hate about the Spurs. You go,
You got the mic?
David Robinson. David Robinson. And somehow you get the first pick Then, okay, they was like, okay, we can't make it seem like we like the Spurs. So, we're gonna let them shit. Y'all.
For about 2 years, and then we're just gonna be like, okay, we'll get y'all first pick again, and then you get another dominant big man that he might be better than the first two, which David Robinson is like a top 20 player, and Tim Duncan arguably is top 5, but Wemby might be better than both. See, that's bullshit. Now, and then back then you had Manu Ginobili and Tony P.
Well, let's focus on this team.
Okay, go ahead.
This team is 54-18
bullshit.
with about 11 games, 10 games left. They could theoretically win 64 games. Now, the reason why I'm not hooting and hollering being like 64 wins, we're winning the title, is because I saw the Atlanta Hawks win 60 and lose. Didn't they lose in the first round? Second round? They got waxed.
They lost second round.
They got waxed.
They lost to Bruns.
Yeah, they got waxed.
They got
now,
swept.
look, they ran into the best player of the world, obviously, at the time. But, look, they got waxed. We're going to see if this Spurs team is for real in the first round of the playoffs. When they play Phoenix, and Phoenix has Dillon Brooks back, and Dillon Brooks has been saying, oh, Wemby, yeah, he's overrated. I got Wemby's number. Okay, well, they're going to guard him with Dillon Brooks the entire time. The scariest part about this team is the wings are going to be expected to hit threes, right? They're going to leave Castle on an island.
By himself.
They're going to leave Champagny open. They're going to leave Barnes open. Man, take him. Take him. So many games are going to be affected by like guys like Keldon Johnson. Bro, I even think Dylan Harper's going to be huge. Like he has to come off the bench and create that energy, that spark. You know what I'm saying? And De'Aaron Fox, I mean, we've seen him in the playoffs. He can go hit and miss. So it's going to be like a litmus test playing the Suns. Like, all right, they got a lot of wings. They got a score. I'm not even going to put Jalen Green as a scorer, man. I've seen enough of him. He's not. We're
going to talk about him.
He's not showing up.
No, he's not going to be named.
Brooks, man. Like this team plays us well. They play us well.
Phoenix is at 7 right now?
Yeah, and they're going to play the Clippers. It's going to be them and the Clippers to see. And if we play Kawhi, that's poetry right there. That's poetry. Kawhi playing the Spurs in the playoffs. That's fucking.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. No,
that's crazy.
I might have to go to the game if they play Kawhi.
But yeah, both of those teams are gonna cause they're gonna test the Spurs in a different way. I mean, you got fucking Niederhauser guarding Wemby. You got Batum out there. You got Darius Garland if his toe doesn't give out. You got Kawhi. So either team. But I'm thinking the Suns are gonna be there. They play us well.
Now, if say they beat the Suns,
yeah. So we go to the second round.
Yeah, you go second round.
We're gonna play the Lakers, and that is like experience versus youth. That is your GOAT versus my GOAT. That is all offense against all defense.
It is.
That's gonna be a generational series right there, where you're like, goddamn, Luka Wemby. Oh shit, I gotta watch it.
Europeans, they taking over.
Even if you hate them, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The Lakers, their defense is so bad that Wemby could theoretically have 40-point games against them.
Sure,
no doubt about it. Their defense is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, who are you guarding Wemby with? Jackson Hayes? DeAndre Ayton? Come on. LeBron might end up guarding Wemby.
At Spurs, I think they're gonna go with Rory.
Yeah,
probably. Because
little Marcus Smart action.
Yeah, like just to hit his ass, like hit him in the knees.
Someone's gonna get off though. Whether it's De'Aaron, whether it's Castle, someone's gonna be able to get off though. Because if they're gonna like really focus their attention on Wemby, it's gonna be one of those.
So who holding Luka?
That's gonna be Castle. That's gonna be Keldon. That's gonna be a little Carter Bryant. I don't know if y'all been watching Carter Bryant.
Nah, no. Bro play defense. I ain't gonna lie.
Look,
Nah, bro plays defense.
Let me have a minute here.
Yeah, go ahead.
When-
Talk about
When we drafted Carter Bryant, I was telling people that are very close to me that are Spurs fans, look, Carter Bryant is what you consider a 1% NBA athlete. He's a 1%er. There's not many of them. And I kept going back to Amin. I was like, look, Amin is a 1%er. But Amin can't shoot. If Carter can shoot, which he was doing in college, I'm going to say that is going to be our version of an Amin. Look, Amin downhill, well, that Carter will never be that. But that's fine. We have Castle, we have Harper. He'll never be that.
Yeah.
But if he can be that he's big, 6'8", he's got the frame to get bigger.
Yeah.
He could theoretically be like 6'8", 240 and be like a solid. He's going to be exactly what Jeremy Sohan was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's why Sohan got shipped out.
You ain't lying.
He is thoughtful guy.
Yeah.
You said what? Yeah, he is. He is a Cole fan. Yeah, he's a thoughtful guy. He loves music.
You say he's a what fan?
J. Cole.
Oh.
Yeah. Loves music. Grew up with family members that were deaf, so he's really in tune with the deaf community. He's a wholesome guy. And he's a 1%er athlete. He's an athlete.
Yeah.
You need those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
can hold, like, just because he's so athletic, he can get beat and recover.
Yeah.
You need those guys.
You do.
So I think Carter Bryant's gonna look. That's a lot of trust to get him out there.
Yeah.
But with
Against
Luka, Luka's gonna have a fucking 35% usage rate, maybe 40.
Yeah.
You need to throw different bodies at him.
Yeah.
And our defensive coordinator Sean Sweeney, who took that Mavericks team to the NBA Finals, mind you, he built the defensive scheme around Luka,
Yeah.
a player who wasn't a defensive player.
Yeah.
Now he's building a scheme around Wemby.
It's
You'll
just
see how they do like an inverted box and one,
Yeah.
where Wemby's the one
Yeah.
in the box.
Yeah.
Every time someone drives, they just switch off and it's a handoff, and Wemby just roams the paint.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So we're gonna see. That defense is gonna. I believe in the defense. It's the offense that you're gonna look at and be like, all right, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, we gonna see it. Like you said, they gotta hit shots.
And then obviously, if you go to the Western Conference Finals and you play OKC, that's just Wemby hates that team so much.
So you
Like-
think it'll be easier for y'all to beat the Thunder than the Suns?
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy. They've been there, and I respect a team that's been there.
It sounds like you have the Spurs coming out of the West.
Yeah, that's
No,
what.
I'm
That's
not saying that. I'm-
like
no,
he
we're-
keep.
we're talking
He's
about-
like he say, "Oh, I'm not going to really talk about," but he's like creeping
If
towards
I
that.
say, hey, we get to the second round and lose, the podcast is over. And here's the mic, and then it's over. We have to talk about what if, right?
Yeah.
And if they go to the Western Conference Finals, look, I follow Wemby closer than any family member in my life, to be honest with you. This man hates that team. He hates Chet with a passion.
Yeah.
And it's not because Chet is as good as him. It's because people have the audacity to say that he's on his level.
Yeah.
And he's like, get the absolute fuck out of my
I think
face.
defensively he is.
Absolutely not.
Like I wouldn't say on his level. I think
kidding
it's
me?
closer. It's closer than the numbers say.
Really.
I think Chet is a.
I think Chet is closer to a Rudy Gobert defender than he is a Wemby.
No. Oh, fuck
The thing
no.
about a Wemby,
Oh,
then
no.
this is what we've said,
Oh,
is
no.
the thing about a Wemby here.
So rude. Go ahead.
The thing about a Wemby
Yeah.
here is that when Wemby is guarding Şengün, right, a guy who he historically can't really guard because of the physicality,
Yeah.
a guy who knows how to get buckets 5 feet in.
Yeah.
Okay, he can't guard him. That's fine. Now he's going to go guard him in. Oh, well, Min's kind of too fast for him. All right, then now he's going to go guard Jabari.
Yeah.
You can move Wemby in different ways.
Yeah.
There's certain defenders like that, like a Rudy Gobert. Once that man's on an island, you're fucking cooked.
But
You're cooked. He can only guard the Şengüns. And barely.
So
You
you
can
saying
move
Chet?
him around.
You saying Chet can't do what women can do?
No, he can't go to the levels that Wemby can get to. He can't ascend to
Defensively,
that.
now we talking about.
I'm gonna chime in.
Offensively, it's not even close.
I'm gonna chime in here.
You already
Just like my brother. Look,
Give him the mic.
Wemby did have 2 seasons as a number 1 option, and that's something Chet will never have to grow with. He cannot have that on a team that consists of Shea as the number 1 and J-Dub as the number 2 out the gate. So Chet for that reason, not only that reason, but mainly for that reason, will never be able to get to the heights Wemby will, because Wemby started in the league as a number one option for his team when they were in the rebuild. I mean,
If Wemby was on OKC, he'd become the number one option, and Shea would be a overqualified number two.
that's I wouldn't say number one. I think he'd be,
He'd be
the
an
number two for sure.
overqualified number two, where you're like, Shea is my number two. Holy shit, we're cooked.
I think Shea would be the one. Wemby would surpass J-Dub as the two for sure, but it would take a lot longer than 2 years.
The question is Chet on the same level as Wemby? And it's a definitive no.
It can't be.
definitive no.
But I understand
definitive.
that, and I will say I think Wemby would be given, if they were given the same exact situations, Wemby would.
It's the idea of, if
Wemby
you
would succeed
take
more than
Chet and put him on this Spurs team now, are they winning 60 games? Not even close.
No,
Not even
but
close.
did they win 60 games Wemby's first year? No, he had 2
Of
years
course
to
not.
progress as a
But
number
they're
one.
going to win 60 this year.
Right.
Of course they didn't win 60 games their first year. They had a 29th ranked defense. You're not going to win. You can't win if you can't get stops. But yeah, Chet just can't get to those levels, and it's not even really a question anymore. Wemby just gets offended that people think it's still in question. And you've seen it. Like, when Chet sees Wemby on the court, his eyes light up, and he's like, I don't know about this. Again, it's the same thing. People always say this. What is it? What the Chrysler looks like a Bentley until a Bentley rolls up? That's what it is. You're like, shit.
I don't by any means think they're the same skill level. I just believe
Chet to me is just a perfect role player, and we talked about it all the time back in the day. He is just solidified in a role. He had a role at Gonzaga. He was a role player his entire life, and he just put him in a role. He can hit threes, not in the finals, 13%. He could hit threes, and he can defend adequately at the rim. But OKC's entire philosophy is, you're not getting into our paint. And if your philosophy, if Chet is your backline defender, if your philosophy is you're not going to get in our paint, why? Because Chet's not a good paint defender? Don't you want him in the paint? Because the Spurs are like, please go. You want to go to the paint? Go in there. And Wemby's swatting everything. That's their philosophy. So if OKC believed in Chet like you believe in Chet, they would let defenders go right. They would let offensive players go right into the paint with Chet waiting for them right there.
Look,
Chet has more of a chance of getting yammed on and embarrassing himself than Wemby would.
Look, I think you're mistaken what I'm saying. I don't think they're at all the same person.
Exactly.
But I think the two things that set them apart the most is Wemby's longer, and he was forced into a number one spot, and he was forced into a number one option in year one. Chet was forced into a role player position, which
I think
is perfect
the
for
biggest thing that we're not thinking about is different between them has nothing to do with basketball skill, and it's mentality. And Wemby wants it, and Chet is like, no, I'm cool with being number three. It's all right. I'll be over here. Wemby wanted it. He wanted it from the time he walked in, and people laughed at him when he cried. They mocked him when he lost, and he said, it's fine. We're going to start winning. And they're winning now, and people are still like, he's corny, bro. He wants it so bad.
I don't entirely
He wants
disagree
it
with
so
that.
bad.
I mean, I would agree with that as well. So, I'm so shit. But we'll add that to the list. So,
He just wants
mentality.
it. That's
mentality,
the biggest difference between Wemby and your number three, your number two, is that he wants it. To be a number one in the NBA, like a number one, a top 5 in the world, you need to want it to some degree.
I mean, I get that. So, I just, you got to respect, like, not everybody can be a one, though. And if you have
Exactly.
Jay and
Some
J-Dub
people
on
just
your
don't
team,
have the capability. They don't have the capability to be a one.
You say Chet doesn't have the capability?
No, he does not.
Like, if he was in Sacramento, he would just be.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like if he was
If
forced
he
into
was
a
a
one
number
option,
one
he
in
would take it full on.
Sacramento, what is Sacramento's ceiling? Number 2 seed in the West?
Now we're talking a team?
But what would-
What do you mean, though?
They wouldn't be number 2 because
Are you saying that Steph Castle and Dylan Harper affect more? The Spurs are 43 and
that's what I'm saying.
they're 43 and 13 with Wemby.
That's what I'm saying. They affect
That's
more.
Wemby. That's Wemby.
No.
Come on.
Are we talking about what is their ceiling now?
What's
or
their ceiling
in
if Chet
3
is your
years?
number one guy?
Or now
What's
we're-
your ceiling?
Now we're in 3 years like Wemby had to be number one.
Right. It's 3 seasons, 176 games because he missed half of last year. So let's be for real here.
He's still
It's
with the
3
team in the
years.
offseason, though.
Chet missed his whole first year, and you're still going to count that as like, oh, well, no, he didn't play though, but he's still a rookie his second year though. Remember, that was your thing. It's like, yeah, he's a rookie because he didn't play. He's been in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wemby played half a season and couldn't play anymore because he had a health situation, so he couldn't play. Simple as that. The Spurs were gonna win 45 games last year. They were gonna win it. They won 34 without him. He missed the last 28 games of the season. They were gonna win 45 games. They're gonna take the steps. But now you're looking at that team, and I don't think anybody here thought the Spurs are gonna win 60 games, including myself.
Yeah, I say about 52. I thought if everything go right.
Were you gonna look at it and be like, well, the Lakers definitely are gonna have them beat. They have Luka. The Nuggets are definitely gonna be better. Are you kidding me?
I thought it was
The Rockets just got KD.
Yeah, I thought it was some teams that was better.
Sure.
I thought
least
they were
4.
easily a top 5 team.
I think people were saying that the Spurs are gonna make the play-in.
I
Healthy.
I thought they were easily a top 5 team starting out. That was never. I thought.
Maybe you were just quiet about it.
I mean, I
when he was looking like this with the Buddha, when he went to go see Buddha.
I mean, I didn't have faith in the Nuggets last year, and I had even less faith in them this year.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why
voice
I
that,
said,
but
I said, yeah, he coming out.
You were. I remember you were talking about nobody's going to beat the Nuggets in a 7-game series.
Absolutely. Do
And-
I think
and-
the Spurs are going to win a championship? No, I don't. I'm going to say it here.
See,
and if I'm wrong in
disagree,
June,
though.
well, then fuck,
I
I'm wrong.
think the Spurs have a better chance.
You think
to win a
the Spurs
championship
can
than
win a
the
championship
Nuggets.
this year?
Better than a better chance than the Nuggets?
The Nuggets have the best player in the world on any given night.
Yeah, and then they have Jamal Murray, and then it's a drop off.
Jamal Murray is a legitimate number 2 great player.
And then
He's
there's-
a great player.
Well, I'll say then there's Aaron Gordon, and then there's a huge drop off.
I
You
don't
have
know.
nobody.
At
after
some
that.
point, you have to believe in
you
infrastructure.
let go of your main 3 and D player. Shipped them off.
Peyton Watson is great. I think they paid Christian Brown, and they should have paid Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson is what Christian Brown should be, theoretically. They're gonna definitely have that as a mistake later on.
So if y'all lose the first round, is it still a success?
What's up?
The season. If y'all lose it in the first round, is the season still a
If we lose in the first round, all of y'all are gonna be coming for the Spurs. Are you kidding me? You're gonna be like 63 games and a 1. You got bounced by the Suns.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
So if y'all
This
play
is
the-
gonna be who are you? Who are you? Like I've watched I promise you, I've watched every minute of every game for the last 20 years. And this team is special. But the playoffs are gonna expose them. They're gonna expose them.
You said the
We're gonna
same
see.
thing about the Thunder if they played the Nuggets, and I told you that
The
wasn't
Thunder
going to
won
happen.
a title and literally were a half away from losing to a Pacers team that didn't have Halliburton. They barely won that game at home.
But you're
They
what
went
you
7
told me
games
is-
with the Pacers.
What you told me is nobody is getting past a Nuggets team in a 7-game
When was that?
series.
2 years ago?
That was last year.
Last year,
That was
last season.
year. That was last season.
Last season. And the Nuggets took the Thunder to what? 7 games?
Was it 7?
And Michael Porter had one arm, and Gordon was playing with one hamstring, and Jokic was getting triple teamed every play. Yes, they almost beat him. They were right there. You were like, man, if they beat them, you'd be like, damn, the Thunder, man. Holy shit. I guess they're not as good as we think.
Oh, hell no.
No, I think
That's
they are a legit. I think they're legit, and it's because Shea is on that level right now where you can really compare him to like the Kobe's. Like he's really getting up there, and he's so consistent. And you're like, holy shit. Look, that's why I just want to see the Thunder. I just want to go to the Western Conference Finals, man. That's all I want. I don't even want a title. I just want to go to the Western Conference Finals, and I want to see how we match up with that team. Because for the longest time, it was always, we'll get to the Western Conference Finals and see how you match up with the Warriors, right?
Hey, what's
And as a Rockets fan, you're like, I just want to play them. That's it. Because I think we can beat them. And you almost beat them. I think we can beat that team, but we need to get there. We need to get there, and you have to go through the adversity of Luka scoring 50, and the next day everyone's like, bro, Luka's the best player in the fucking world. You need to go through the Wemby shoots 2 for 12 in a playoff game. You're like, Wemby? God damn. You got to go through that to get the chance to hit them You want to beat them. And I respect that. And you have to respect the Rockets back then when they were like, no, I want the Warriors. And Wemby's like, I want them. Did you hear him last night when they were like, why are you the MVP? And they were like, he's like, I mean, they're like, look, I want 3 reasons why you're the MVP. He's like, well, basketball is a two-way sport. What I do on defense is better than what anybody does. Simple as that. We played OKC 5 times. We beat them 4 times. We dominated them. Dominated. And then the last part is offense is more than just scoring. And that's a shot at Shea. As I understand, you're scoring 20 a game, but offense has more to do with just scoring. It's about gravity, right? It's about gravity. So, yeah.
How many of those games were the Thunder fully healthy?
The last game they bailed, they sat everybody because they didn't want to play fully healthy.
I knew there was at least one game where they didn't play nobody.
Sure, yeah. But they have the MVP on that team. They have the MVP on that team. And if you have Shea, you can beat anybody. He's a top 5 player.
You can.
So
doesn't mean you will. You can.
They didn't. They didn't 4 times. They didn't. So that just someone saying that, I think the balls to say that is crazy. Be like, yeah, we dominated them. And look, that could be billboard material for the OKC Thunder and be like, all right, cool. If you want us, like, you'll get us. Yep. And Wemby is like, I want the whole fucking thing. Come on, let's go. Because I got guys with me now. I don't have Zach Collins and Doug McDermott. No, I got Castle, I got Harper, I got Fox, I got Luke Cornett behind me. I got Keldon, who is a fucking dog. But here's the thing, though, is that I told you back early in the season, Luke Cornett is important. You laughed at that. He's the 5th best big man in the league coming off the bench.
I'm laughing at Luke Cornett.
No, it's because you didn't know how important Luke Cornett was.
No, it's because whenever he was on the Celtics,
Are you kidding me?
he
Luke
was
Cornett?
important.
That's crazy.
You laughed at Luke Cornett when he was on the Celtics.
Luke Cornett had
now
a
when he joins the
diminished
Spurs, he's
role
the best
on the
center in the
Celtics.
league,
Luke
like,
Cornett had a
behind Wemby.
diminished role on the Celtics. He didn't have to play that much. He is a legitimate backup big.
He's
a legitimate backup.
That's the only reason I laughed whenever y'all got him and you were so hype about him is because whenever he was on the Celtics, you were like, you acting like he wasn't shit. When I said something about Luke Cornett playing great defense.
The Celtics were a team built around 2 top 5 wings in
that's
the NBA.
fine, but he still played his
You could
role
put
amazingly.
Nemes Keita on that team and he looks good. Come on. You could put fucking Luka Garza out there. And it's like, holy shit, Luka Garza.
Bro, if I think Luka Garza can be nice if
Luka Garza was an AP the best player in college in what, 2023, 2022? Yeah, he could play.
I'm just waiting for the day. You know, it took Jokic a while. You know, it takes everybody a while to be noticeable. But I think he can get to a.
It takes some people a while to be noticeable. Sure.
You said what?
It takes some people a while to be noticeable. Yeah. Some people just got it when they walk in.
Or when they're on a very trash team.
You know who I'm talking about. Some people just got it when they walk in. So, hey, Dylan Harper.
Don't get him started now. We already glazed about everybody else in the.
Anybody got some tissues, bro?
We just add to the list.
Hey, Dylan, give me Dylan Harper and Steph Castle over any guard rotation in the league, bro. Are you fucking kidding me, dog? Any guard rotation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that includes Shea and J-Dub, for sure. Give me Dylan
crazy.
Harper and yeah, no doubt about it.
That's crazy.
Castle's a better defender than J-Dub, and Dylan Harper is special, man. Special.
Shea is unguardable
Man.
and a good defender.
We're going to see it. Shea loves to get into the paint. The Spurs want him to go to the paint. They want him to go to the paint. Go to the paint. Get in there. If we're playing OKC, Chet has to stretch the floor. If he can't stretch the floor, it's over. It's over. They can't play him. They can't play him. Hartenstein is not a threat for Wemby. Someone needs to stretch the floor. They honestly might have to play Jalen Williams more in that series. Jalen Williams has to stretch the floor. Light-skinned Jalen Williams, because
Jalen Williams shooting
they might go small. They might just straight go small ball and go fucking Caruso, Hassan Wallace, Lou Dort, Shea, and J-Dub. Just be like, fuck it, man.
Didn't Jalen Williams have like a 30-plus point game this season?
Yeah, he did. Multiple.
Yeah.
Been, 40
balling.
I don't know if he has to. No doubt about it. And during the season, they've experimented with playing him more minutes. and then the next game they literally sit him like half the time. You know what I'm saying? They've been extremely strategic with how they play.
Hey, but I'm going to go back to it because I think you didn't hear my question. What if the Spurs play the Nuggets in a 7-game series? Who do you have?
That's a good question because when he brought up being exposed, I don't think the Suns are going to expose you. Like you're going to beat them. Like you don't really have to like dig down deep into like your brain and figure out how do we beat this team. You're just going to beat them naturally. You have to face a team like Denver, OKC, the Lakers,
a methodical
like
team, for sure.
A team like experience,
Yeah.
who can throw different looks at you, like the Warriors did with the Rockets.
For sure.
Like, we were clearly overmatched by experience.
Yeah.
They could go a million different ways.
And fouls that were just let go the whole game.
Which team do you think most? And if you have OKC's number, then which team do you think most would expose what you're saying?
We match up with OKC the best. I think with Denver, that can be a little complicated. It can start to be a little complicated. So, but I don't trust Denver defensively at all. And the one thing that I trust in our team is our defense. I think our defense can carry. And I think if we can slow paces down, the playoffs are going to be slowed anyways. If we can slow down the game and hit those possessions from like 85 to 74 possessions a game, control the rebounding, we're the second best rebounding team in the league, I think we have a legitimate chance. I believe so. Yeah. Because our defense is going to be able to stunt Jokic's decision making more. I mean, look.
A lot of people just standing there surveying.
This is great. This is great because we actually play the Nuggets twice in the next 10 games. Yeah. The last time we played them, no Wemby. And it took like a Herculean effort from Murray, Jamal Murray, and Jokic to beat that Spurs team. That was led by Luke Cornett, by the way. He was guarding Jokic, and they had to go deep to beat that team. I just want to see how we match up. Wemby hasn't played the Nuggets at all this season. In our 2 games, he hasn't played them at all. I need to see it.
Is he doing the Joel Embiid look? He doesn't want to play Jokic?
No, not at all. Not at all. He's been legitimately hurt both times. I don't know. I want to play Joel Embiid again because Joel got a lot of traction off that 70. And then I think that was his last good year he ever had. He really wanted the MVP. And then he was like, all right, I'm done. I got it.
If you want a career high as a center, you go find a French kid, I'll give it to you.
That's how it works. Hey, if the refs are gonna give somebody 43 fucking free throws, then you know what? He'll probably get 70. 43 free throws is crazy.
Yeah, how do you feel about Bam's 83? Is it ethical?
No, it's not.
You like
not
it?
at all.
Is that better than Kobe's 81?
Look, you have to go for it. When he's got 70, you got to go for it. I'm not mad at fouling and to like extend the game. I'm not mad at that.
You're not mad at that?
No, because
Fouling to extend the
if you're there, you have to go for it. You have to go for it. To me, it's the refs blowing the whistle 43 goddamn fucking times. Why? I get it. Maybe he was getting legitimately fouled. At some point, you have to swallow the whistle.
Did you watch the game?
At some point, of course not. Who the fuck was watching Wizards eat? Were you watching that?
I watched I just.
But come on,
I just
Wizards.
I just watched the highlights to
the
see.
Spurs were playing the
see what
Celtics that night. I was literally at the game.
Like.
Come on,
Bam was getting a lot of and ones, and it was when 2 people were jumping into him on shots, or they were jumping and he was catching them in the air. There were good fouls.
Bam is not a scorer, and he scored 83. Come on.
Hey, I mean, when
Kobe
you're high,
scored
high.
81, he's a scorer. Luka scored 73, he's a scorer. Trey got whatever. They're scorers.
But
even Embiid.
When you're high, you're high. And if you got 2
That's
people
a lot
jumping
of
every
fouls.
time you pump fake, put that on the Wizards.
I think he had 2 threes.
He had like 7 or 8.
That's impossible.
Yeah, he had.
It's impossible.
Or was he 6 for 8?
No, he was 7 for 22.
7 for 22.
There you go. It's impossible, bro. It's horrible. It's horrible. But hey, for the Kobe fans out there, sorry.
I mean,
It's a tough
I
pill
will
to swallow.
say,
Tough pill to swallow.
I will say he missed hella shots and his teammates didn't take many. But I mean, we were hot, bro. And if the team's fouling you, if they're doubling you and still fouling you, that's not really Bam's fault. It's not the ref's fault. It's the other team for just being fucking ass. At some point,
I mean, honestly, it's
feet.
who I blame the most. The Wizards, number one. Like, you're tanking so fucking bad. Did you see that lineup that they had out there? I mean, it was fucking horrendous. Angel Reese's brother was out there. Come on.
Hey, he was kind of balling though, low key.
But like, he's starting in an NBA game.
Well,
What
Sar
are we
was
doing?
hurt though, right?
No, Sar played.
What?
Yeah, he
When
played.
is this? When was this?
He's the French big I was talking
I
about.
thought you were watching the game.
When was this? Oh, against the Heat.
Come on, man. Yeah,
No,
Sarr
Sar's
played.
been out. Sar's been out.
No, he
He's been in
played
my,
that game.
He's been in my fantasy lineup.
Did he play that game? Yes, he played that
Did he?
game. Oh, Sarr was there.
You know?
Sarr is learning bad habits. It's not gonna help him long term. So
I don't think Sar is actually healthy though. He's been in and out of my fantasy lineup the whole time.
Sarr, unbelievable. What a bum.
Hey, he was balling at the beginning of the season.
If you go back to the 24 draft, who should have gone number 1? Go ahead, say it with me. Go ahead. 24 draft. Who should have went number 1? Sarr.
Mind you, this is the guy who was glazing Sar the whole time before the draft.
Who?
Glazing.
Yes, Sarr went to a horrible franchise.
You would have
That
thought
doesn't
you would have
use
thought
him
he was
correctly.
talking about Wemby when he was talking about Sar.
Doesn't use him correctly. Sarr, Reed Shepard.
Oh, yeah.
You have Risa Shea. And you have
Oh my
Castle.
god.
That's the top 4.
Oh, but Reese say was the number 1.
Risa Shea went 1.
Oh, I forgot
He went
about
1.
that. I forgot they were in the same draft.
And he's
Oh my
barely
God.
playing now. Have you seen some of his box scores? Fucking horrible.
He's terrible.
It's fucking horrible.
I knew he was a first round
Sar
pick.
went
I didn't know
second.
they were I knew he was a first overall pick. I didn't know they were in the same draft. I
At
forgot
some
about
point, though, you have to ask yourself, what's the most important position to fill on a basketball court? Do you need the big, who isn't like a generational defender, but he's good size? Or do you want the downhill threat? You want the guy who's creating. Creation is the hardest thing to have in the league, right? You have to create for others. Look at KD. Look at KD. You have to create. If you can't create, it's not going to work.
Hey, on that point, if the Rockets don't go all the way, which there's like a 2% chance they do, do we ship off KD and Şengün? What are we doing? What happens?
The question is, do you do the KD trade again?
If we
You
don't
do it again?
go all the way or we get bounced first round, what happens to KD and Şengün?
Yeah, Fred?
Fred didn't get it.
Fred?
I believe it. Fred didn't get it.
I forgot. Fred's a top 20 player. You're right.
He's not.
Fred.
Wait, KD will be playing. We have Kevin Durant.
Yeah. You have Reed Shepard, though.
Nah, he's
I was
right.
hearing Reed
I agree.
Shepard was Steve Nash. I was hearing Steph Curry comps at one point. I was hearing a lot. Rockets Twitter
he's-
talks a lot.
he's
They really
nice.
go above and beyond.
He's nice. He just doesn't run an offense.
You got to give him the keys, though, right? You gotta give him the keys.
Do you give him the keys when you're trying to go for it all though?
When you have no creation, yeah, I think you should give him the keys.
But,
Because creation is the hardest thing to
but
find.
this
right?
late in the season,
You need creators.
but
And he's not. He's a scorer. I'm looking at him.
this late in the season, do you give him the keys to score or to create? I mean,
Go get a bucket.
I mean, at this point, that's a one and done. They're getting bounced in the first round, without a doubt. So, yeah, why not? Start them in the playoffs. Start them in the playoffs. They're getting bounced.
I mean, Fred can come back though, right? There's a potential that Fred can come back
At this point, I don't know why he would, though. Why would he?
because they need him.
It's going to be either so they fell to the 6th seed. So it'll be the Lakers. But if they go up to maybe the 4 or 5, they're either playing Minnesota or Denver. They're losing to all those teams. No doubt about it.
I think we could beat Denver, or not Denver. I think we could beat.
Y'all can't defend.
I think we could beat Minnesota.
Y'all can't defend.
That's the crazy thing.
Minnesota is so inconsistent
Like-
though. If Ant's
Right,
not
but-
hot, the team's not hot.
But y'all cannot defend, though.
Like they
You know that. You watch Rockets. Y'all can't defend.
I feel like
And
there's-
now y'all can't hit threes.
I feel like there's one.
It's really
spot
weird.
We can't defend. Either we can't defend at the guard spot when Reed's on the floor, or if we have anybody else, we can't score.
The toughness of
Everything
y'all's
runs through
team
that
is
guard
gone. The toughness is gone. It's gone, right?
I
When
think,
you say
I think it's
gone?
just Reed. Everything Reed is a mismatch, and they pick that out every possession. They'll either get a one-on-one with him, or they'll get everybody moving around to where the defense is not set, and they get a free lane to the basket or a free open three. It all starts with Reed's defense. But if you take Reed off the floor, we can't score. They're
Right.
not guarding Amon. They're doubling KD.
Say that
and
last
nobody
point
else
again.
Can shoot. They're not guarding
There
Amon.
you go. They're guarding a man with Luke Cornett, your guy. Luke Cornett. Unbelievable. Look,
He's a one-level scorer.
that fourth game against the Spurs on March 8th in San Antonio that I was also at, and they got absolutely beat to shit. That was a game that you get exposed. And that was like a great team
I've been saying it all season,
exposing a team. And they were down by 45 at one point, and I was like, holy shit. I wish this never ends.
We were down by 20 to the fucking Bulls yesterday. We almost came back and won too.
No, KD had to play 40 minutes to try to beat the Bulls. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough. It took again a Herculean effort from KD.
I think our
And
biggest,
Şengün. Şengün had a great game.
our biggest issues is that we don't have a
What,
guard
Şengün
that
33,
can
13,
create.
and 10? It was nice. Come on, you know it. He doesn't want to say it. He knows it. He has it in the back of his head.
Our biggest issues is we don't
Please,
have
we
a
want your takes.
our biggest issues we don't have a point guard that can create. We don't have shooting,
BK on the mic.
and if we have our best shooter on the floor, we don't have defense.
Creation is the most important aspect, right? You need creation.
So does Fred come back? If he can, I don't see why he wouldn't.
Oh,
I have nothing to say on this topic.
You don't have nothing to say on Fred?
No,
I'll talk
don't get
about
too
it.
emotional. I don't want to.
I'll talk about it.
Oh my god.
all right. The question was what? Is Fred coming back? He could, I think. It doesn't make sense.
If our main thing is creation and defense from the guard spot
Yeah.
and shooting,
Right.
those are our three big issues.
Right.
Why would Fred not come back? That would change the offense.
Y'all
we have
aren't
Reed coming off the bench.
y'all aren't turning it around first round of the playoffs and winning a title. It's not happening. It was a y'all got hit with two things. It was Fred, and it was like, oh shit, we lost leadership, we lost toughness, we lost creation. It really started in the offseason when y'all lost
shooting.
Dylan Brooks. That was like,
I know.
whoa.
I don't know why we could have traded anybody else but Dylan Brooks.
Well, it's because y'all had some young wings that y'all are like, no, we actually want to take a flyer
would
on
throw
Atari.
Tari, bro. Throw Tari.
Tari was getting Kawhi comps again.
Hell no.
telling you.
I'm
telling you.
Kept Dylan, he broke his hand anyway.
Tari is
He
literally
ended up
just an
breaking his
energy
hand.
player,
He was
bro.
he'll be back for the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't believe in that because even though Dylan broke his hand, he did it in a different situation.
He's crashing.
If he was
out,
in our
too. He's got,
situation,
what, 2 speeding
you can
tickets.
say he broke his hand again.
Yeah, bro, got two
He's
speeding
crashing out.
tickets.
Now that, yeah, I don't know.
Telling everybody
But
that's
so
all-
y'all got hit 3 times: Dylan Brooks, Fred, and then Steven Adams. That was huge.
That was huge.
Because not only like the Rockets' best offense is offensive rebounding and just out possessioning you, and he stopped that. Y'all went
Şengün
from like
playing
the
forward.
best rebounding team to like middle of the pack. Şengün
playing
needs the
forward
big
was the
next to
biggest
him.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? He needs the big next to him. He needs the other big. The guy who's just like, get the fuck out. I'm just going to go grab everything.
Yeah.
Kick it
He
out.
needs to play forward.
Yeah. So
Şengün has to play forward on.
y'all really got fucked 3 different ways. But injuries happen, right? Nobody gave a fuck when Wemby got a blood clot last year. No one gave a fuck. You thought we were tanking. So no one gives a fuck when you get hurt. No one cares. No one cares.
Oh my god.
So here's the deal with basically we throwing this year away from what it sounds like.
Yes.
So what
Yeah.
happens to KD and Şengün next year?
You're playing with fire because you just had a 37-year-old KD have his healthiest season in a long time. And now next year he's going to be a year older. Got a lot of miles now off of this season. Is he going to stay healthy next year? Because I even think Rockets fans were like, well, KD's going to get hurt for at least 20 games. He didn't get hurt. So now what? But now you also found some flaws here. Tari didn't accept the contract. He bet on himself. Now do you pay him? Hell no, right? Why? Then you're like, okay, so you got to get rid of Tari.
Paying what he's worth.
Y'all had a dud of a contract with Dorian Finney-Smith. That's a dud. That's a really dud. It's a big dud right there. And the coaching is suspect.
Sadly, he's actually one of our best defensive players right now.
The coaching is suspect, right? When you say offensively, it's kind of suspect. The toughness is gone. It's gone. It's just gone. And you just don't feel it.
The one bright side about this season, I feel like Tari's scoring, or not Tari, I feel like Bari's scoring has went up a level.
Bari's on a great contract.
Bari's ISO scoring, Bari's threes.
He's on a great
His
contract.
levels
I
went
think
up.
he's an overrated defender. And I don't know if he can hit big shots in big moments.
That's a tough take.
I don't know.
I feel like Jari,
I just said I don't
Jari
know.
hit some decently big shots.
I just don't
not
know.
in playoffs, obviously, but
Yeah. So the
This
biggest
year.
moments. So I don't know. He might be overrated. I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah. Little taller.
With the 3rd overall pick.
Ariza, though, was tough. Ariza was like a Dylan Brooks of those earlier Rockets teams. Ariza and PJ Tucker.
Like when we played Ariza the first time, when I think one of the pick for Lakers.
Yeah, they try to be.
And they tried to make him the man.
That was disgusting.
And that was that nasty shit. And we played him the same season we played him. That was the nastiest shit
I
ever.
remember that, bro. Wow, yeah.
That's what Barry looked like.
Real one, bro.
That's what Barry looked like.
Hell no.
I just remember when y'all had Ron Artest, and I thought he was great for y'all, and then y'all traded him for Ariza. I was like, what? Why would they trade Ron Artest? Ron Artest on the Rockets was badass, man. He was badass. Talk about a defender who really got up in you. It's a big guy. Who was like enough mentally disturbed that you were like, I don't even want to get around this guy. Yeah. It was Isaiah Stewart, but like a notch higher. You're like, oh, this guy. Isaiah Stewart will go on the court and fight you. Ron Artest will go in the stands and fight you. That's different. That's a different kind of crazy right there. So, I remember the playoffs where he was like, yeah, I've just been talking to my therapist. I've just been really holy shit, this guy's crazy. He's just enough of a nutcase. That was a good team. Y'all had a good team that year. Yao Ming hurts his foot. It was that game 7 against the Lakers. He comes back. Valiant effort by Yao. Then he get hurt, and then he came back on the court. That was 09. There was one game where he got hurt and walked back out. Yeah, that could have been like a game 1 or game 2. But that series did go 7. That was Shane Battier giving away his defensive secrets that weren't working. That was really the last time y'all were competitive until Harden. Yeah, so that was like a 6-year drought, and then Harden, that 15-year, y'all were competitive. 2012, yeah. But y'all were really competitive 14-15. And y'all had Howard, Mota Eunice. Yeah. That team, I like Demo. Josh Smith, he had some moments. Jason Terry, Corey Brewer. God, that team was gross. He was fucking gross.
That shit, once you say it out loud,
He was so nasty.
Missing role players that are like you're saying.
Yeah.
Those characters. Like, we don't have like those characters.
Sure. The NBA is missing good nicknames too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gone.
It's just initials. KD, JT. Like, come on.
SGA.
SGA. Like, come on. There's some good nicknames,
They
man.
have nicknames, but
Beef
they're not.
Stew.
Beef stew. That's good.
The Alien. Give me something, you know? What's Shingun's name? What's his nickname? The Wizard? The Wizard. I like
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
He might be a wizard next year. Who knows?
If
He
he
might have
was,
SAR.
if he was actually valuable, Connect 4.
Oh.
That's a dope.
I think Khan is probably had. I think Khan beat out Connect 4. Con Man.
Con Man?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Con Man? Nah.
I don't like it more in Connect 4.
Con Knipple. I think he market corrected Dalton Connect. It was like, oh, the white guy, he could shoot it, but he can't do anything else. And Khan came in and was like, I'm a white guy who can do it all. Not that great of a defender, but I try. And Connect was old.
I mean,
He was old.
yeah.
But we talked about
I
that.
feel like that's his only knock, and then the fact he went on a Lakers team that just didn't really need him.
He can't defend. Can't put it on the floor.
I feel like if he actually went to Charlotte,
A team
stayed
that
there?
could develop him.
I feel like he stayed in Charlotte. I feel like he would have been Con Knipple, and Con Knipple would have went somewhere else, and possibly not have been in the position he's in now to be a star
What's
player.
the worst Wemby take you've had?
The idea of Wemby is worse than he actually is. That's probably the worst thing. But it's probably so accurate. I feel like a lot of Wemby is a little bit still mythical in a way. Like, obviously he has an impact, but
We like the mystique. We like mystique, though. We like mystique. It's like a Kareem kind of vibe. Like in 30 years, your son is going to be watching a doc on Wemby.
Yeah.
It's like, Dad, who the fuck was this guy? Like, listen, he was a fucking bum. Shingun
Hey.
gave him 45 in a game in 2024. I'm telling you, he did.
And when they ask me, you know what I'm gonna say?
What are you going to say?
A bitch that was just fucking tall,
Sure.
just like Giannis. Just like Giannis, just a little bit taller.
Be
and
careful. He's
and
going to be a
lot better
Rocket
shot.
next year. He won't be a bitch anymore when he's a Rocket. Be like, oh,
Yeah, he will.
Giannis. Oh,
Yeah,
my
he will,
God.
because when we're in a game 7 and he misses a game time 3. or
Everybody
game
wants a
winning
freak
3,
now.
he's
Everybody
bitch.
wants a freak. Everybody's like, you know what? Let me go get Giannis, bro. He can size with Wemby. Wemby actually plays pretty well against Giannis, so I'm not scared of that shit. Go get Giannis.
bring that white boy. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a college guy.
I love it because he's actually Mexican. I love that. Yeah, I love that. How they call him Cream.
Yeah,
He's he's Mexican. Yeah.
he's dope as fuck.
I'm just saying, if I grew up playing basketball and had Wemby's height,
What do
I'm
you
sure
want?
everyone would know my name too.
I just like bigs, you know. I just like bigs. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
Who do you want?
Okay, who do I want? What do you mean? Like realistically?
No, yeah, who do you want? I remember at the game you were like, I want Luke Cornett. You're like, I really want Luke Cornett.
I mean, to replace.
Hey, bro, I'll take Luke to replace Steven.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take. I mean,
Bro, I think you may have it twisted. I've liked Luke Cornett, man.
I need more than
I just
Luke
thought it
Cornett
was
too,
funny
man.
that you switched on him.
No, all I was saying is that Luke Cornett is important to the team. You were like, come on, Luke Cornett is not important.
Nah, I
He
wouldn't
is.
say it's just the fact.
I
that
have
you
a text.
were-
You said Luke Cornett is not important. Come on. I said no.
gotta-
He
I gotta
actually
see
is.
The text. I gotta
Come
see
on.
the text.
I'll post it.
I gotta see the text.
I keep all the receipts.
Get the
man.
receipts.
I have all of them. I have so many messages about Wemby. Like I was Wemby's brother. I have them all, bro. I'll drop them all when we win a title.
Do you have any concerns about if the Spurs come out of the West?
Yeah.
Do any of the teams in the East concern you?
Yeah, I think Boston is concerning.
Because they should all.
But look, Tatum he's not Tatum.
But his defense
He has,
is
he
still
has to
there.
respect him, Tatum. They're gonna treat him like Tatum.
But he's not Tatum though, man.
Yeah, yeah. What does that
No,
mean?
I just think Boston's offense like can really go with our defense, and it's a tough matchup for us because they go 5 out.
Yeah.
And then like you see it, like they had Neemias Queta, and then Wemby was locking that shit up. Shout out to Neemias though, Portugal guy. But and then I would love Neemias Queta. Are you fucking kidding me? I'd get Neemias Queta right fucking now. Are you kidding? But he's gonna get paid. Shout out to him. But like then they put in Luka Garza who can stretch it, and then it's like Luka Garza, yeah, he'll hit 1 out of every 5, but like Wemby has to get out, and then your defensive strategy kind of shifts. I believe in Sean Sweeney though.
I think
I
I'm
believe
gonna
in
say
Sean
it
Sweeney. I
right
don't
now.
even think you heard that name until just now. Come on, man, Sean Sweeney. Sean Sweeney, redhead on the Spurs bench. You gotta watch him. He goes crazy. Sean Sweeney. He took that Mavericks team that had Luka and took them to the finals. And Luka, their best player, was not a defender. And he built a scheme around them.
Wrap this podcast up, man. Give me a fun take.
How old is Luka Garza?
And he's probably like 26.
Yeah,
What's the final take? What do you mean?
Give me a final, like,
Final Spurs take? I think we're going to the Western Conference Finals.
I got one. Lakers in 5.
In the second round? In the second round? All right.
Hell.
Lakers in 5.
Give me one. Give me one. We can't
Cause
hear
I
you.
ain't gonna lie. On some real shit, I think to beat the Lakers, we gonna have to like really be super. Because somebody gonna have to match that 45.
Hey man,
Yeah, and they don't have the defenders to guard.
it all depends on if Luka's married or not by then.
LeBron puts his big boy pants
Rockets Conference Finals. You heard it here first. I never gave up.
It all depends on if Luka's in a relationship or not.
Say it out loud, bro.
Rockets Conference Finals. You heard it here. Reed Shepard. You heard it here.
That might be the worst thing.
Just lost to the Bulls.
That's tough.
That might be the worst thing.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know, we have.
Are Rockets even a playoff lock right now?
No, we're not.
But are we a lock?
I think we're
what I'm saying.
playing lock.
Of a lead on Phoenix. It's like a 5.5.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to really